Different video. We are on Harmony. I've gotten to the only spot that I've found below a big cornice here because it's so windy. I've tried recording this on peak already and it was so windy I'm not sure that the audio will be any good. So we're gonna try it here. So sorry, the background's not as scenic as I was hoping, but hopefully we're gonna incorporate some time lapse, some dubbing, and you won't have to look at my face the whole time. I get inspired by YouTubers who vlog and talk and can carry an episode just doing that. I mean, subject matter is a big part of that, but it's kind of inspired me to try a few things that I wasn't sure that this medium was right for. And you know, it's life talks, biking insights, snowboarding insights. So we're gonna try a bit of that this year and see how it goes, just because I've been inspired. And this is kind of the start of it. I'm just playing around today. We're gonna try some different snowboarding angles. We're going to go for a rip. So I just feel like we're developing a tiny little community, our little channel community, and interacting with people, and I want to get to know people, and I think I like getting to know the YouTubers that I watch, so I'm trying to incorporate a bit of that into the channel. We'll probably bring back chairlift confessionals at some point as well, a topic of conversation on the chairlift. You know, it's been almost a year to the date that we posted our first video, and so I thought I would talk about some interesting revelations, thoughts, and things that have happened during that time, and just give you a little insight into where we're going. The channel started, the first motivation for the channel was the kids wanted to start an electronics channel, and this was the compromise. If I was going to be involved in helping out and filming and editing and stuff, it was going to be more of an adventure channel and what we get up to and fun things. That's still the same. That motivation's still there, but I mean, it's more my journey now. I seem to be the one that loves it more, and you know, I love it because of the creative aspect. I love everything's new. I love learning to edit, learning to film, and I still have so far to go with that, and to be honest with you, it's taken longer than I was hoping because it's just hard. You have a life and a family and work and things going on, and so you can't dedicate as much time as these guys that can do it full time and have high production value. So unfortunately you're stuck with top production value right now, which is probably pretty low, but we'll hopefully get better as the year goes on. I might dip into Final Cut Pro at some point to try and up that production, and hopefully that doesn't set me backwards too far learning that. So along with that creative side, it's just fun documenting days with your family and your friends and having a snapshot of where you were at that time, that day in your life. You know, for example, I went back and watched the PhD series with Will, the video with Shade and Rowan in the bike park, and I loved it. The emotion, the feelings, the time, the laughter, it's amazing. I really love that aspect of it, and watching those things. You know, and another one of the biggest changes for me is, and this might sound a little weird, the biggest changes in my motivation is leaving something behind for my kids. And so sort of what happened was my dad passed, and I don't have any video. I don't have any video of him, and I have pictures and I have memories, which are awesome, but to hear his voice and to see his mannerisms and to be able to have that and feel like he's interacting with me has kind of been a bit of a motivation for this channel, for something that if my kids want to watch after my time has come, then I'm there and they can see it. So that's, you know, not a legacy project per se, but it's definitely, there's that thought is behind a lot of what I do for this channel. Yeah, I hope they enjoy it, you know, when I'm gone, they can look back and see it all. And I'd give anything to have video of my dad, so that's where we're at with this. The other motivation is just continuing to get better. Continue to get better and evolve on the journey and keep putting out better stuff. As much as I tell myself it's just for us, friends and family, I want it to be decent too. I want it to be good, so hopefully it is. The major thing that I've noticed filming this year is it looks like I have no eyebrows. Can you see? I do have eyebrows. Can you see them? They're on there. I do have eyebrows, but it sure looks like I don't. It's hilarious. But in all seriousness though, some other things that I've noticed, you know, being savage with your footage and editing out stuff and not posting stuff that maybe doesn't make the grade, but you convince yourself that it's just for us, it's friends and family, and you've had an amazing day, and the ride was awesome, the energy was amazing, and you want to relive it, and you want to post it. But I do have to realize that not just me watches this channel, so I'm going to try and be a little more savage. And if I do make those videos, I can always post them unlisted and have them to watch, and just not post them. So that's one of the things I've learned. I gotta be a little more savage with the footage. The other thing I've noticed, and these are kind of more insights, is I try to post every Monday. And that's just a loose schedule. I was like, okay, you can try to post every Monday. Easy come, easy go if you don't. But I find myself getting, if I don't have a video to put out, I get a little anxious. Get a little like, God, I gotta get something. I gotta put something out. It's interesting. That thought process, and I don't know where it comes from. I think that algorithm sickness is interesting, and I've just found it creeping into my thoughts a little bit more, and that leads into kind of subs and likes and comments, and I almost feel like that's a subconscious validation. You're looking for approval, because the only way you get any with YouTube is through subs and likes and comments. So you post something, and as much as you say it's for friends and family, you're hoping that people like it. And I found myself, you refresh the YouTube page and you're like, how many subs am I at? How many likes did we get? And I don't want to focus on that. I just want to focus on putting out fun stuff. But it's there. It's interesting. So I'm trying to get to the bottom of it and find out exactly why I feel that way. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like the video, as it really helps the channel. I just think that's the spiel, isn't it? Just messing. But feel free. So onward, 2022, and our plans and goals for the year. Obviously it's still winter in Whistler. We're January still, so there's going to be some more snow content, which I'm struggling with. We're going to try some different angles today, and I have a couple ideas, so hopefully that gets better and better. But I'm struggling with filming the terrain I want to film and riding the terrain I want to ride. It's easy to go out and just kind of flatlandy stuff, but to get into the trees and drops and kind of more serious terrain, I'm struggling. It's hard to ride with the pole and stuff. So I have some ideas though, so we'll figure that out. And then a couple people have asked about my snow and bike background. I'll keep it brief, but I'll give you a little history, just because I feel like you might need some context if I do a board review or I talk about bike stuff, or I'm giving any advice on the channel, which you should never listen to. But if I am, this will give you a little background info onto where I'm coming from. So in another galaxy, in a past life, I actually was sponsored and paid to snowboard. So I guess that makes me a former professional snowboarder. Now I say that really loosely because it was a different time back then, it was a different landscape, a different era. Definition of a pro was different. So, take that for what it is. I've competed for years, got many national, regional titles, halfpipe, GS, border cross, competed up until probably 2018 was probably my last contest, although they were few and far between kind of in the later years. So my snow background, I started in '86. So it's been a while. I've been sliding on the snow for a while. My biking background is a lot fresher. I only started riding around 2012. I've coached, and I'm a certified coach and instructor in both. And I've done coaching in both. And I love coaching. I probably coach better than I ride, and would love to incorporate that a little more into my life. So there it is. That's my snow and bike background. I think some of the focus this year for the channel will be showcasing some of the harder features, some of the harder trails. We didn't ride a ton of crazy stuff last year. We did ride some fun stuff, but I'd like to get into a little more now that I've kind of figured out what's going on, get into a little more different terrain, filming different angles, multiple camera angles, not just POV. And for that, you need a willing partner in that. And so hopefully he'll help out. We can do some different angles, got multiple cameras going. I'd like to do some self-filmed stuff and not just POV. So we'll see. I've got lots of interesting things in the works, but Posy, Omi, whatever virus we're going to be in the summer hopefully lets us do it. We haven't been able to do much this year because everybody's risk is different, and you don't want to invade people's space, and it's just been a weird landscape. So hopefully we can get up to some of the ideas that I have next year. I think that's about it for my rant. If you've made it this far, there's either something wrong with you, you've fallen asleep, or your friends and family, but thank you. Thank you. I'm growing to love this little YouTube community that we're getting going. and I really appreciate all the support and the comments and the interactions. It's amazing. I love it. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.